Wellness to me means when our gut, our heart, and our mind come into alignment, when all three of them are healthy, we finally come into our full, authentic, unapologetic whole self that can really resonate with the world around us. Things flow easier. We're not worried about what other people think. We just living in our true sense. That for me is real wellness. Yeah, it really depends on how we take care of all three of them together. Bad mental health will affect our gut, which will affect our heart will affect our mind, it affects our gut. And I just see this cycle of what wellness means as a whole person and not taken apart into individual parts. I'm Carolina Stukenberg. I work as a women's creatrix transformologist, as well as a women's health coach, specifically in metabolism and gut health, to help their mind, to help their body, and to reconnect them together as a whole, beautiful, authentic woman. I would say first comes mental, then physical, and then the financial will flow. And the reason for that is if we're healthy in our mind and we're not overstressing and our body can function in its full capacity because we're all right in our mind, we've got clear drive, vision, clarity, just sense of being, then yes, everything else will flow. If one of those pillars comes undone, the finances will fall off anyway. So for me, definitely it starts with the mental and the physical, but both of them are very united as our mind is part of our body as well. Financial wellness for me is a healthy relationship with money in the sense that it doesn't own me, it doesn't drive me, it's not the passion at the end of the month of what I'm looking for. It can afford us freedoms, but the financial gain, financial wellness comes from really enjoying what we're doing and getting rewarded for that so that we can do it more. And that creates the cycle of giving and enjoying more. That becomes real financial wellness. And also having the capacity to manage money, deal with it in a rational sense, take out the emotional aspect from the finances, especially I feel for women, and have it as a relationship. It's just a tool. It's not who we are. It doesn't define us, and not living in that arena, rather taking it on as saying, all right, it is a means to an end. It doesn't define me, but it can be such a beautiful thing. And I realize as well when I deal with people is that they value things according to money. And that is an emotional and a spiritual and a mental relationship with things. So when we honor that, that also shows somebody's financial wellness, their ability to relate their emotions, making decisions with something that is intangible, to give it a better word. So society would define me as a Caucasian woman in her middle years and defined by my career or whatever occupation I'd put down. So my age, my color, and my occupation, and also my marriage or single status, which to me is quite crazy to consider that that's how I'm defined when I'm much more complex than that, as well as in when people would see me in the street, just maybe by the way I dress or the way I speak, or being bilingual, Latina, raised in Africa. I have traveled the world, so I have such a multicultural upbringing, and realizing how I'm almost boxed in and it doesn't feel authentic to me. I feel very neglected, not seen, not heard, not acknowledged for the rest of me, which really matters. I would define myself as an adventurous, outgoing, loving, authentic woman, free from the concepts of sexuality or people's color of their skin or which country they come from or their culture. I've always just seen it as it's just one beautiful place. And having explored it all so much, I belong in that. I have my say. I might not fit any box perfectly, which I love. And that brings something different to the table instead of trying to just fit in. I'm a strong woman. I've sailed across oceans. I've climbed mountains. I've motorbike tripped across the US. I've gone off backpacking in Africa. And I think to myself, how liberating it is to be able to explore that as a woman in this age where that probably wasn't possible before. And for me, I'm that woman. I'm that woman saying I lived and grew into the new role of what women can become today, which I love so much.